Alright, I may have to keep an eye on this. But I think it should be fine though. I'll just move it like right here. Alright, this should be fine. Okay, guys. Happy Halloween, by the way. I think today's Halloween. Um, I don't normally celebrate holidays in general, just because, you know, every day it's just another day, really. Uh, People ask me what I did for my birthday, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, it's just another day. But if you guys are celebrating, that's that's awesome. Let me know in the comments below. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, let me know if you dressed up or what you dressed up as if you dressed up. I don't think I've done anything Halloween related for like years and years. Like me and friends hung out at pumpkin patches and stuff like that. Uh, Otherwise, I don't really like get candies or stuff like that. What's up, Chestnut? What did you think about that team? I gave you my thoughts on the chat or the Discord chat, but he didn't really say anything. Again, I asked what did I say? Or when you said you were a bot or you're a bot, I was like how, and then you didn't say anything, and then you told me about the team. I commented, and then you're like, you didn't reply either. But like, are you going to use it? I mean, we'll see when I get to 85 for GAC. Cause like before Jedi Training Ray, nothing is going to beat the Geos. Like no composition I can put together that can beat Geos. I'll bring the Geos to like Gear 13 or Gear 12 at the most. And like by that time, hold on, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Brood Alpha and Spy is missing one piece of gear. Well, it beats lots of teams. What beats lots of teams? Okay, let's check. What is this? All right, so I'm missing some Mark 5 Carbonities. Your joy colors. I keep keep calling this Carbonity for some reason. Joy colors. Like you're saying, the Resistance team might beat the Mando team. Oops, not Hera. Two more Mark 6 hypo syringe. Okay. But needs level 80 though. $82. Whenever enemies... Okay, so this is really good too. Oops. Actually, let me just leave it right here. This feels better. Okay. That's actually pretty loud. Hold on. I think. Uh, let's. Oh my god, I can't even. There we go. Let's try this. Or maybe my. Okay, so my audio is turned all the way up. That's why. Let me turn this back up a little bit. There we go. I know how you can test that team. Like, if there's a way I can test that team, like, I'll show you it's not as good as Geo's. But, like, now you're telling me that team can beat the Mando's team? The Beskar Armor Mando team? Galactic War, these are trash teams. I can probably beat these 100%. But I'm not really ready to bloat my GP yet. Like, here's IG-11, right? Like, you see he has tons of health. But I can show you, I can just one-shot him. Like, yesterday you said, even just with a single IG-11, I can't kill it. But like I can show you right now. I can one shot this guy. Actually, let's retreat. I just want to see his gears. All right, so he has full set, three health sets, and this guy might actually have more. Okay, so he has more health and more protection than the IAG from yesterday. So he has like, I think roughly 2,000 more health and also 6 or 7,000 more protection than the IG from yesterday. But like, I can show you how I can one shot this. Okay. I'll just go straight for him. Like right there, he's gone. I didn't even have to do too many stacks. But that IG is like roughly, let me do the math. About 37k to 47k. So he's about 25% stronger, or toughness wise, 25% more than the IG from yesterday. But like, I can easily one shot IG. But the main thing I was trying to tell you is I was wondering if I can just one-shot Beskar Armor Mando. That's what I was trying. I got him down to 50% health yesterday, which was close. But I know if I have the Queen's Whale Zeta, I'll get like 2 more turns-ish, depending on the RNG. And like with 2 more turns, I can one-shot, what's his name? Beskar Armor Mando for sure. Assuming he's not going to take a turn. If you know how the mechanics work with Spy. Also, if you're watching the replay, or if you're just watching live, I got a pretty interesting message today, and it's making me think. Actually, let me turn on my lamp. Okay, I'm back. I can't really say what the message is, but it's interesting. Okay. We'll just blow through these real quick. I don't know, let's go for 1,000. Why not? Wait, I need to check something. Is this still here? Okay, it's still here. I just want to see if they have any modifiers. Enemy. If any enemy buffs are dispelled or expire. Okay, cool. That doesn't matter. All right. This is like the only time that I'm actually on the Windows portion of my Mac. But I'm getting more used to it. It seems cool, even though it's slower for sure. the operating system, I mean, like the stream quality might be better just because OBS or whatever. But the system is just not as fast as the Mac portion because this is a Mac at the end of the day. So, but the chat should be working pretty decently now. Yesterday, the messages were getting cut off, so I did some testing today, and it should be working fine. What are these? Do you guys ever pay attention to your opponent's names? This guy's name is There Nothing. Like not even there's nothing, but just there nothing. With R2D2, Empire R2D2. Kind of makes sense though because you can use Empire to unlock R2D2, but not really sure why he put R2D2 in the team though. Okay, so this is actually somewhat of a team besides R2D2. But it should still be easy. Like, I just do that, one-shot Vader. Oops, clicked on wrong thing. There we go. Let's kill Thrawn, or ability block him. There we go. R2 goes into stealth. Or no, he wasn't, but Thrawn did. Not enough, though. Okay. Also, after thinking about whether to go for First Order Stormtrooper and Phasma as opposed to the slower farms, aka General Hux and Sith Trooper for First Order for the BB-8 unlock. After debating which one's better for a while, I decided that I'm just gonna go for Hux and Sith Trooper because just thinking about the long term. If I farm those two guys later on, I'm not gonna have to farm. Not gonna have to farm them again. Because you know those two are the better options for First Order. Sure, I can get BB-8 a little faster if I go for the Stormtrooper and also Phasma, but it's fine. Reason behind that is, if you were here, if you watched yesterday's stream, is because like the only reason why I need BB-8 is to unlock Jedi Training Rey. But the thing is, like that, I feel like that's gonna take a while. So if it's gonna take a while anyways, I'll just gear up the Geos to gear 11-ish. Plus, this is just gonna be my main team until then anyways. So I could just stick with this team for now. And then later on, you know, when it's time, we'll go for Jedi Training Rey. There's no rush. Like, at the end, the speed is going to be, like, it's not gonna necessarily, like, it's not going to speed up Galactic Array progress. Like, it is going to speed up Jedi Training Rey progress, but it's not going to speed up Galactic Legend Rey progress, which is the ultimate goal. So if it doesn't matter in that respect, I'll just take it slower and farm up a better First Order team. Just so we have a slightly better team. Or maybe not slightly, much better team. For GAC when it comes around. So basically, I'm willing to sacrifice some short-term satisfactions for some for the long-term overall benefit. Which is the kind of thing you just gotta do sometimes. In life too. There's they did a marshmallow test on some kids where they put some kids in a room and there's like a table in the middle of the room, and then they had the kids sit down. They had not like all together, but just one kid at a time in a classroom. They had the kid sit down at the table, gave him a marshmallow, or her, and then put another marshmallow like somewhat far away from the kid, like on the opposite end of the table. And they were told that you can have the marshmallow in your hand, and also you can have the marshmallow that's far away from you as well. But if you wait till the teacher comes back, and if by the time they came back, by the time the teacher came back, if they didn't eat the other marshmallow, they're gonna get rewarded like 2 or 3 more marshmallows, and just to see how kids react and how they think and stuff like that. You know, some kids couldn't resist it. They just took the marshmallow right away, the one that's far away from them. But some kids were able to beat the temptation, and they waited, even though they really, really wanted it. You can see it on their faces. But they waited until the teacher came back, and they got like 3 extra marshmallows instead. And it turned out like kids who did that, they did better in life in general. compared to the kids who just went for the short-term gratification. What's up, Joe? Welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm late. It's okay, man. You're not. I don't think you're late. I think I started early. Okay, Barris actually dispels, which is it doesn't matter. Let's just put on auto basic. Today's been rough. What do you mean? Happy Halloween. Did your costume not come or something? Alright, last battle. It's actually a legit team. Level 85 Basila, nice. Gear 9. Grandmaster Yoda gear 10. The rest, they're okay. I mean, Ezra helps. Old Ben is okay. Qui-Gon Jinn level 72. Alright, I mean fine. It's probably the toughest team that I've faced today yet in Galactic War. We'll just pop the brute. I don't celebrate any holiday. Me either. I don't celebrate any holidays, but not. It's been a difficult day emotionally. What do you mean? What happened? I don't celebrate any holidays because to me it just feels like I don't really live by the norm, so to speak. I know people celebrate holidays. It's cool. Like I'm not against it, but it's just I don't personally celebrate it. Can I one shot? There we go. We just one shotted gear 10 Grandmaster Yoda. Granted, Grandmaster Yoda doesn't have a lot of health anyways. But always fun to one shot. No Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter, or anything, and I haven't for over 10 years. I've stopped celebrating holidays for quite a long time. I don't even know how long, but it's been very long. Like I get birthday wishes, like what they ask me, like what did I do for my birthday? I'm just like, I don't know, just do what I normally do. Okay, let's ability block Old Ben actually. But what happened, man? What do you mean by it's been tough emotionally? Okay, let's just auto basic. Like even if they threw in his team a Darth Vader with all the Zetas, I'm still gonna be able to beat this. Because I have in the past in Squad Arena. But I'll take the rewards. Okay. Two out of okay. What are these? Requires. What's the requirement? Recommended or 3 to 5 3 stars or higher. Um, I mean, I can promote this guy to 3 stars, but nobody's gonna be able to solo this, I think. So I'm just not gonna do it. Plus, I'm not gonna level Yang Han Solo or Yang Lando Calrissian. Not really going to level Han Solo, even though he's decent. He's not bad, but I'll need to level this guy anyways. So maybe I'll just. Is this where can he solo? Let me check. Let me check his kit. My adoptive mother passed away last night. Your adoptive mother. Damn. That's really tough, man. Let's give Joe a moment of silence and well wishes. Uh, like it's going to be whenever anyone trying to give anyone advice or whatever on people's deaths, it's always easier said than done. Uh, but to me personally, like I've experienced deaths that are close to me. And yeah, like when it happened right away, it's really really rough. Uh, but the way I look at it is like I would rather see it as a like I have a different, slightly different perspective, take on this on the whole death thing. Uh, like I see it as more of a like I don't even want to speak for anyone else. Like for me, like if I ever pass away, which I will, I'm not immortal, or at least not this physical body. But um, like when I pass away, I want there to be rather a celebration than like a mourning because I would rather have the people around me to celebrate for what I've done, what I've accomplished. Uh, the good memories and stuff like that, rather than having them to cry over my passing. And I sort of have the same perspective when I look at other people's deaths as well, which helps me personally. Of course, I can't speak for anyone else, but that's just how I look at it. Deal physical damage to target enemy, inflict daze. Okay. Darth Jar Jar the Ultimate. I've seen that name somewhere. New account, yes. Nice. Can I take a look at it? Yes. Just give me 1 second. Trying to see if veteran Chewbacca can solo this event. I need to, because I have no idea what he does. So I'm just trying to see if he has the potential to solo. Deal physical damage to target enemy, dispel all buffs, and stun them. Oh, and stun them for 1 turn. Inflict speed down on all enemies for 2 turns. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, single target. I was like, wait, what? AoE stun? No way. Chewbacca has 25% crit chance, 50% health steal. Okay, so this might keep him alive, but not really. When veteran smuggler Han Solo or a resistance ally in the leader slot takes damage, Chewbacca gains 20% critical damage. Until he scores a critical hit, then veteran smuggler Han or a resistance ally in the leader slot is defeated. He gains turn meter. Cooldown to reset, takes additional turn. At the start of each enemy's turn, Chewbacca gains 12% offense until he uses 2 abilities. Does that mean if he only uses his basic, he's just gonna keep on gaining offense? That's what it sounds like. 2 abilities. What does that mean? Like I guess special abilities is still an ability, right? I mean special ability, basic ability. They're all abilities, right? Anyway, perhaps I should leave the conversation away because it's very negative. No, it's not, man. Like it's part of life. Life and death. It's all natural. There's no inherent value to it. You know, it's just what it is. Like it's not like you're not putting anyone down or anything like that. It's not negative at all. It's just it can be tough to for certain people to talk about. That's all. I'll talk at a more appropriate time. It's fine. If you want to talk about it, it's fine. He actually did so well for me in this event, him and Veteran Han. I actually am starting SWGOH up. Used to play a lot around 2017-ish. Nice. Are you having fun with the game? Yeah, I decided to drop a few bucks for finishing up my droids. Do you have a droid only account? That would be funny. Also 1515. 1515 1.15 15.15 million credits, which is nothing, but so it's been, so here's the account, Darth Jar Jar. It's been, what is today? I can't see my stream's title. I think today is day 64. We're level 78. Damn, you're higher level than I am. I'm 69. Not a terrible number. Number one priority is liking the game and not forcing yourself to play. That's true. Yeah, like along the way, some people are gonna tell you to do this, to do that. But if it doesn't, if that's not gonna make you happy, there's no point to do that. Sure, maybe more efficient, maybe this, maybe that. But like, if you're not having fun, then like you might just even quit the game because of that. So if you want to play the game, you know, just play however you want. And while doing that, of course, being efficient is a plus. On top of doing what you want to do, but uh, do you have a stream guild? I don't. I thought about that at the beginning. Thanks for follow, Darth Jar Jar. That is a solid idea one day. Yeah, like actually, like at the beginning, I made this account mostly just for fun and just for whatever, you know. I didn't even care too much. And like to demonstrate that point, I even made my own guild at the very beginning, which nobody joined. But then later on, I found out that I was in a brand new arena shard, which meant that if I actually play decently, I'll have a chance to be in top, you know, a decent rank. So that kind of pushed me to get into an actual guild. And I found this guild right here, 160 million GP. We're doing Sith, we're doing Sim, Rancor, Sim, HAAT. We're doing Heroics, HAST. Heroic Sith raid, and almost halfway through Sea Pit, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so like being in this guild makes me more, like all the resources that I get, like it really helps quite a bit. Oh, let's actually get this. Can I get anything else? Could also just get this. Okay, let's get it. Can I see your characters? Yes. I don't remember what I was saying, but okay, here's the characters. Sometimes later on, we should try that out to help some new players. I'd love that. Sometimes later on, we should try making a new our own guild. Like I'd be down for that, but maybe I would have to make a third account or something to be a part of it. But otherwise, if you want to, like, if you want to make a guild, just for the stream squad or whatever, like you can lead the guild if you want. Feel free to ask any questions you have about SWGOH. I'm no expert, but me and Annie can offer some advice. My guy plays Geo. So here's what happened. Since you're level 69, you probably know that a while back we had the Brood Alpha event, or just the Geonotion event in general, where I actually was able to unlock Brood Alpha at 4 stars, barely, as you can see. I just got 4 extra shards over the limit, over the unlock. But I started with Phoenix, and when the Brood Alpha event came around, I was like, okay, this is good. Like this is what I'm gonna go for. Plus, I was gonna have Spice ship, Sunfax ship, and also Geo Soldiers ship, anyways. So it's like plus Brood Alpha. This is a great team, just for the Geos. I was gonna maybe get Newt, but now I don't even have to do that anymore. Now that I have Brood Alpha. So at one point, I kind of just switched from Phoenix to Geos completely. Took all their mods away, moved all their mods onto Geos. At the beginning, like Geos were super weak because they're super low level, but now they just absolutely murder everything. Discord, best Discord in the game. Also, feel free to join the Discord. No pressure, of course. It's the best place to communicate off stream. It's not crazily active. Yeah, it's not crazily active because I'm still pretty new to stream and everything. YouTube. I made a YouTube channel for this too, which I've been uploading. I feel like one day I may even move the stream onto YouTube. We'll see. It's the best place, but hopefully we can get back to you ASAP. I could make one for sure. Done. Welcome to Discord, man. I could make one for sure. What do you mean I could make one for sure? Brood Alpha had an event. Yes. So like, I want to say about almost a month ago, maybe, or maybe 3 weeks ago, there was a Geonotion event where you were able to get Brood Alpha shard from light side battles. Sunfac and someone in ship battles, and soldier or something in Cantina. But yeah, like we're able to get a lot of different just Geonotion shards in general. But I was spending all my regular energy into light side battle just to get that Brood Alpha going. Once I like, my best character is Geo Soldier. He has a great ship. I like max invested him as much as I could. That's pretty cool. What's your Geo? Actually, what's his gear level? Actually, no. Hold on. Yeah, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. Cause like for Geo Soldier, I'm at the point where like I have this piece of gear, but I can't put it on yet because it requires level 79. Once you get Brood Alpha, you'll love Geos even more. I can make a guild at some point that can be definitely arranged. Like you don't have to, but if we get enough people with interest, that could definitely be a possibility. Oh, I'm aware. LMAO, Gear 13. Damn. Wait, hold on. Gear 13. Wait, Gear 13 on a level 69 account. I don't think that's possible though. Like I can't even get to Gear 10 unless if you have a main. I meant 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm in Gear 8. Okay, I see. I was like, I mean, although you did say that you had an account back in 2017, so I have no idea how much you played. But I also had an account from like 2 years ago, which is my main. I can show you my main. So my main, I played like 2 years ago, and I stopped playing at level 30-ish, which means my squad arena is like 2 years old. My fleet arena is brand new, so sometimes I can get rank 1, but I'm seeing more and more Malevolence showing up, and they're really tough to beat. So I mean, I'll take top 10. It's whatever. But I just hit 85 here before I made the alt. Before I made this alt account. This is where I do most of, like, I'm trying to farm up a bunch of teams. That was the old plan, but now I'm also gonna go for Ray. Oh yeah, by the way, on this account, all this on this alt account, I'm also going for Ray. This is the goal. That sounds like so much fun to have a guild with the stream community. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. Like if one day, I don't know. Like I have no idea how to run a guild in game because you know, every time when I try to make a guild in a game, it's like nobody really joins because there's so many guilds out there. That's your ID. Oops, well, where'd the blue stacks go? There we go. I can pull it up here. Also, if you want me to add you, I can do that too. I have like 10 ally slots. Ooh, you have Grievous? How did you get Grievous this fast? And Droidica? Oh wait, you said you bought, you spent some money. Okay, that makes sense. Cool, I will look now. Please do. There you go. I sent you a request. I wailed. Yeah, I just remember that. 4-star Grievous. Wait, do I even have Grievous? I don't know. Do I have? I know I have Vader almost. Vader's 6 stars because I see his shards in a shop pretty frequently. Not sure if I have Grievous yet unlocked. Okay, so I see you have Geo Soldier, Pago, Sunfac, Spy. Dude, Spy is a truck. He hits like a truck. Wail harder. I'm about to tomorrow. How much have you wailed so far? You don't have to. You don't have to. You know, say the exact amount, but you know, I'm really curious. Getting Padme is inevitable on this account. IG. What's IG? $100 or so? Dude, if you're gonna wail harder, you should get the hyperdrive bundle. Cause like you could have spent that $100 on this right here. Like $100 can give you all these characters. Might be worth investing in H hyperdrive bundle, yeah. Like if you were gonna spend $100, I would have spent it on this for sure. Like this is you get all of these for $100. You get all these ships, which is nice. All these resources, which is pretty cool. Some people get this bundle just for the resources alone. I would. It's got like I would, but it didn't have characters I liked. I see. Yeah, I mean, if you want to avoid the character bloat, I guess avoid it. But you know, it's not a. It's. I would say this is the best deal you can get in the game. But if you're trying to purposely avoid all these characters, then yeah. Because most people who get these, they don't even use half of these characters. But yeah, like I said, some people get it just for the resources. It's disgustingly good. If you care about GP, like if you care about not bloating, that could be a reason to not get it. But if you don't care about that, then it wouldn't matter too much. Planning to, but I get $50 for whale money tomorrow. Planning to, like, are you planning to get the hyperdrive bundle? Because if you are, I would just If you are, perhaps I would just wait until you get $100 and just get the bundle, and then you know, and then maybe whale slower within the next month or something. Pretty sure I saw his character. Yeah, I am. Are you friends with Bowser X19? Who's that? Is that his name in a game? Okay, I don't see it. Mutual friend, and yeah. Or are you asking Joe? It can cost $100 for getting one character from Gear 12 to Gear 13, so it can be really easy to spend. Pretty much, yeah. If you're gonna spend anything more than $100, then I would definitely recommend Hyperdrive Bundle. But if you're really picky about not having these characters, because they do bloat your GP to like 1 million or 1 point something million. So if you really don't want the GP, then I guess avoid it. Thought I saw him. He runs clone with Shakti. I see. Shakti clones is a pretty decent team. I'll send you a request on my other account next time I'm on it as well. I'm gonna avoid until I'm ready for it. I see. Like when my droids are ready. One thing that you might want to keep in mind is whenever you started the account, for the people who are in the same shard as you, if they bought Hyperdrive Bundle day one, then they're gonna have a huge advantage going forward compared to people who don't. This is why when most people buy a Hyperdrive Bundle, they buy it right away, so they have a huge advantage. The best meta team to gear after Hyperdrive Bundle is JKR requirements. What do these characters even... What do they even have here? Okay, I see Phoenix, some rebels. Oops. More rebels. CLS rebels. You can even go for CLS. Looks like. More rebels. Some Galactic Republic, Basila. Oh, you got Basila. I see. I don't think you get Jolie and T3 and Mission. Is that all? Hold on. Basila, Jolie, Mission, T3, and Zelbar. Okay, you don't get Zelbar either. Resistance. Okay. Just 5 though. Some troopers, first order. You could actually go for first order. You could go for SLKR. Seems like, somewhat. Like you already have crew. You already have Kylo Ren. You already have. Phasma is not the greatest. Stormtrooper is all right. Like first order officer is decent. You got some bounty hunters. Some Sith, Vader 5 stars, interesting. Some Night Sisters, some clones. Pretty much it. Interesting. Yeah, JKR is an easy event. Jedi Knight Revan, right? Yes. Yeah, JKR is Jedi Knight Revan. DR is Darth Revan. You don't need relics or anything gear 8, 9 on everyone besides Basila and Jolie. Basila is worth gear 12 plus the Zeta, and Jolie maybe gear 10 plus the Zeta. If you make Jolie super tanky, I mean, I guess for the event it doesn't really matter too much. But like in generally speaking, if Jolie is really tough to kill, then he can revive the whole team. Wait, is today the Cantina energy or is it tomorrow? Okay, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow is spent Cantina energy. I'll probably spend 300 crystals here. Not dollars. This is free to play. Okay, I finished all these. Cool. I'm actually gonna save the energies. What else can we do? Like, I could promote this guy really quickly. Like, it only costs 20k. And not much GP, so I'm just gonna do it. I just want to see. I'm curious. 200 GP, I don't care. But now, like, we can go in, but I might need to, like, level Veteran Smuggler Chewbacca. I'll need this guy anyways. For Ray, Galactic Legend Ray Rush, so I might as well just gear him up now. And also, you have a tank and attacker being Kanan and Ezra, then you can get Grandmaster Yoda at 5 stars, and that's a Jedi team. Yeah, you get a bunch of Jedis, I think, from that. But Battle Elite at the beginning is pretty good. Wookiee, alright, let's go. Okay. Reason why I'm actually about to level this guy up a little bit is because, like, people who just randomly came in or whatever, like, they might be like, what is this guy doing? But if you look at Journey Guy right here, Ray, she requires Veteran Smuggler Chewbacca to Relic 3. So I'll need Chewbacca. I'll need this guy to be Relic 3 anyways. So let's just get him to level 50. So at least I can put some mods on this guy. And let's see if he can do something. These are free, basically. Oops. Okay. BRB, okay. GK is 100 times better than Kanan, but you need a good guild for that, yeah. My vet smug Chewie is the hyperdrive bundle version to be so he dominates anyway, I see. What does he even need? He's an attacker, okay. Physical damage to target enemy and inflict daze. I think you want as much damage on this guy as you can get, because doesn't he gain health steal? 17% crit chance when a Veteran Smuggler, Han Solo, or resist ally and the leader takes damage. Wait, where's the health steal? Does he not health steal? Hold on a second. What? I'll just leave these skills at level 3. Deal physical damage, inflict daze. Physical damage, dispel all buffs, stun for 1 turn. Okay. 15% crit chance when blah blah. Han Solo will resist the ally in the leader. He gains 100% turn meter. Cooldown reset. Huh. Okay, so he doesn't health steal. Smugglers and scoundrels are so much fun, in my opinion. Scoundrels include bounty hunters, and I think bounty hunters are pretty cool. Like, smugglers, I haven't really, done too much with them. Like, Nest is OP. But, like, Han Solo actually has potential. Not too much, but, he's like a weaker version of, what's his name? Count Dooku. Because he retaliates, and he gains like 100% protection all the time. And he gains like 500 speed or something. A lot of speed. Okay, so he gains up to 200 speed. And infinite damage, basically. Gains 10% offense stacking, 10% critical chance until the end of battle. So basically he'll gain 100% crit chance. Infinitely stacking offense, which is pretty cool. Yaha Solo is actually decent in certain scenarios. Yeah. Okay. Should I even... I don't know. I don't know if I should anymore. Does he health steal? Let me check the stats. If he doesn't health steal, he's gonna die for sure. 0%. Okay, he's gonna die. Health damage. I don't see health steal anywhere. Oops, clicked off screen. Armor, agility, yeah. He's gonna die for sure. But let's try the first tier. Does he have a leadership? He does. I don't think he does. Okay. Oops. There we go. Does any one of these have a leadership? I don't think so. Okay, no. All right, let's just... We're gonna die. Oh, all right. Well, okay. It's still pretty bad. 3 stormtroopers. We got 3 waves. There's no way we're gonna clear these. Physical damage to target enemy and gain turn meter equal to Han's crit chance. 16 damage. Wow. I have returned. Deal physical damage and inflict ability block for 1 turn. There's a 50% chance for each debuff enemy to reduce the cooldown of this ability by 1. I don't even know. They're gonna die anyways. Physical damage dispel all buffs. Okay. Alright. There goes 1, 2. Yeah, we're gonna die. If all 3 level 50, it is possible. Maybe. Does this stun? Okay, there we go. Expected outcome. But I'm not really gonna level these other 2 characters, even though they're nice. He has a ship. Han Solo is a nice character. But I'm not gonna level these just for this event. Like I need veteran smuggler Chewbacca at Relic 3 anyways for Rey. But outside of that, there's really no need to... Like, I don't have to level Han Solo and also Jan Lando Calrissian. Usually I join VC, but I'm not home. What's VC? Han Solo is part of a good endgame team in CLS, yeah. But I'm not really going to go for CLS until after Rey. Because I don't have the Chewbacca, I don't have Troopio, I don't have C-3PO. Voice call? What voice call? I mean, I could get this guy... Wait, what? Where did he go? He just disappeared. He just disappeared. Oh, the Discord one? I see. Like, I need this guy at Relic 3 anyways for Rey. So if I really wanted to, I can gear this guy to like gear 6 or whatever, and then see if he can like maybe do something. But let the Wookiee win at the start of each enemy's turn. Gains offense. All right, is the Wookiee gonna win if I do this? I don't think so. Like, I need this guy at Relic 3. This is like, what do you guys think? I need this guy at Relic 3 for Rey requirement. So I could get this guy to maybe gear 6-ish to see if he can solo this thing, but I still don't think he can, even at gear 6 or 7. Like, I don't think he's gonna clear 3 waves, maybe 2. CLS demands 3 other Journey Guide characters to be at his best, plus True PO, horrible farm. True PO is actually a double farm now, so it's okay. It used to be like a single shard farm. Like, he could double farm True PO. He needs mod. Who, this guy? Yeah, I didn't put any mods on this guy because mods. I don't think I have any. I have any level 15 mods. I could just put level 1 mods, but I don't think that's gonna help too much. Speed and crit chance, or crit chance crit damage. That's kind of what I would put on this guy. Oh, right. It didn't know. What do you mean? Is this a speed arrow? No. It has secondary speed. I wonder if this has speed. Let me just check. 6,000 credits. I don't care. Offense. All right. Whatever. Okay. That's a lot of speed arrows. What the heck? That True PO's double farm, yeah, it was like changed recently, like maybe last month or 2 months ago or something. I don't know. But I have a speed arrow for crit chance. Interesting. Does anyone need a crit chance speed arrow? He doesn't need speed. This guy doesn't need speed either. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, so I don't have any, maybe like resistance later on. Like maybe I'll put on, I don't know, Race Scavenger. But I'll just hold on to it. I don't need Ray now. You can always take it off him. Yeah, I can. But I'm just wondering if anyone can benefit from it. Maybe Boba Fett. Where's Boba? There's Boba. He doesn't. Okay, so he's got potency. Crit chance is not bad for him. Potency is decent. Because then he lands the second ability. Yeah, I just haven't started my True PO. Nice. I don't know. $76. What is this? 15% more damage. Don't care. Ability block. Selected target. Ability block select. Okay, I see. Wait, this is cool. I didn't know this was a thing. Execute. Add healing immunity. Reduce all cooldowns by 1 on a finishing blow and can be evaded. Healing immunity. That's cool. Is this a Zeta? It does require level 84. I wonder if it seems like between a Zeta and an Omega in terms of power level. But if it kind of feels like a Zeta though. Wait, was that his leader ability? No. What is this? Add 10% crit chance. Recover 100% protection on finishing blow. That's pretty strong. That is pretty strong. But it seems like an Omega. Defense penetration equal to 200% of Boba Fett's defense penetration. Interesting. Or maybe I can even put it on Kylo Ren or something. The speed or the crit chance speed arrow. Because this guy can, yeah, he can definitely benefit from this. I think. I already have 2 crit chance ones. I don't think veteran smuggler Chewbacca can solo this. So I really don't want to, do anything further. Yo, Annie, how you like the new Boba Fett? Uh, he's gonna be very far away from me, in terms of being within reach. But he seems. I didn't really read his kit. Scion. Credit heist later this week. I think it's like 3 days away or something, which is awesome. Wait, let me actually check. Event updates. There we go. Okay, so it's 4 days away. 4 days away from credit heist, guys. Get your bounty hunters ready. Boba Fett, Scion of Django. Let's see what he can do. Physical damage to target enemy twice if the target enemy has no protection. This ability deals damage 2 more times. Wow. Okay. Gain 1 stack of momentum for 3 turns, which can be dispelled or prevented. Momentum abilities to gain additional effects based on the number of stacks. It just seems like so many words, so I just didn't read it. But I'm sure he's great. Like, they're not gonna release a new, like, Cat Maul. They're all pretty good characters, and I doubt Scion is gonna be any less than that. Scion of Django, Boba Fett. Deal physical damage to target enemy and the weakest enemy. This ability has additional effects based on the number of stacks of momentum. The only thing that okay, maybe I did read this, and I was wondering how the stacks work. Like, I know you gain stacks, but like the stacks only last for like 2 turns or 3 turns when you use certain abilities. So it makes me wonder if you're just gonna hover right around 5 stacks. Like, I wonder how easy it would be to gain, like, say 9 stacks here. You know what I mean? Or 15 stacks or 16 stacks. Like, the stacks only last for 2 turns. Unless if you're gonna call Boba Fett, Son of Django, to assist, which, on his basic he gains 1 stack of momentum. But that's only 1 stacks. Like, if you have Boss Cleat or something, and then plus, what's his name? Grief Mando, or Grief Karga. But yeah, like, otherwise, I don't know how he's gonna gain that many stacks of momentum. Like, how is he gonna gain 16 here? Or am I missing something? He's a Territorial War GL, is what people are saying. He has one of those Territorial War abilities, right? What is this? A dangerous reputation. So that's his leader ability. While in Territorial Wars, let me highlight this. That's pretty long. Bounty Hunter or Scoundrel allies have plus 30 speed. Great. 50% mastery. Pretty nice. 30% potency, max health, max protection, and take 18% less damage. Okay, so I guess you're gonna have this guy as the lead, because this seems pretty strong. Boba Fett, Son of Django gains an additional 60 speed and 100% max health and max protection. Alright, that's really strong as well. Contract. Okay, so contract changed. While buffed, damage a debuffed enemy 10 times. Okay. Enemies must be debuffed before the start of an attack. So you need both buffs on your bounty hunters and debuffs on enemies. Like, if you compare this to like Boss Cleat, where you just have to damage the weakest enemy 20 times or whatever, or if you compare this to like the regular Boba Fett where you just need to kill the weakest enemy to gain the contract. I don't know how fast you can achieve this contract. But let's look at the reward. All bounty hunters allies have their payouts activated. And all bounty hunter allies or scoundrel allies gain 25% offense and health steal. Okay, that's pretty good. Health steal is pretty good. Ignore taunt and each time. Alright, ignore taunt is pretty good. So everything I've been reading is pretty nice. Besides the contract itself, I don't know how fast that's going to be achieved. But I'm sure people are going to figure out a way or something. I don't know. I just don't know bounty hunters too well. Ignore taunt. Like, does anyone give buffs to everyone? I know, like, if you kill with Grief Karga's Mass Assist, everyone's going to gain crit damage and health steal. So those are buffs. And debuffs, you know, there's all kinds of debuffs for bounty hunters. Ignore taunt. Next time they deal damage with that ability, they deal damage. And additional time is true damage. Wow. Okay. Alright, okay, so true damage alone is gonna be huge. But yeah, this seems pretty strong. His lead. But how do bounty hunters normally gain buffs? Like I know Grief Karga. Where's Grief? Like if this ability right here, dispel all buffs on target enemy, doesn't matter. Call all other bounty hunter allies to assist. The allies with payouts activated, blah blah blah. If the enemy is defeated by this ability, bounty hunter allies gain offense up, defense penetration up, crit damage up, crit chance up, and health steal up. So this is a lot of buffs. How else are you gonna gain buffs? I know Bosk taunts, that's a buff. He also gains like other status effects. How else are you supposed to gain buffs? I don't really know like other bounty hunters. I don't think she applies debuffs or gain buffs. Greedo never really bothered. I don't even know what he does. All allies gain crit chance up. Okay, so this might be nice. All allies gain crit chance up. So this is gonna buff all the bounty hunters. What does Aura do? Chance to stun, no buffs there. Gains crit chance up for 3 turns. Okay, so she gains a buff here. That's it. But yeah, Bosk, third ability. He gains Frenzy and Taunt for 3 turns. All other bounty hunter allies gain offense up for 2 turns. So you have Bosk, you have Grief Karga on a kill. So like 1, kind of 2. What does Dengar do? I know Greedo gives buffs now. Physical damage. No buffs. Ambo gains evasion. 40% chance to call an ally. Physical damage. Inflict tenacity down, but no buffs. Okay. Actually, hold on. I've been looking at the level 1. Oh, you know what I mean. But overall, he seems solid. We deserve a 5-star journey guide character. What do you mean by a 5-star journey guide character? 5 stars as in like... What do you mean, like as in rating? Like 10 out of 10? Is that what you mean? Joe? Greedo gives crit up or something, yeah. But outside of Greedo... Grief Karga on a kill. I guess Mandalorian gains crit chance up. Outside of those, it seems... We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see. Plus, all the enemy have to be debuffed. Which, if you have Grief Karga, like he's not gonna apply any. Does he apply? I don't think he applies the inflict days. Okay, cool. All right, so it seems like it should be okay to achieve the contract. It shouldn't be too hard at all, I feel like. Like, we need another one like Thrawn or Palp where you can activate them at 5 stars. Who are activatable at 5 stars? R2D2, BB8, the droids, you know. Palp, Thrawn. Actually, no, Vader's not a. uh, what was that? What was that gonna look at though? Oh yeah, his not Dengar. Leadership ability. Contracts. Damage. All right. This okay. So this is actually gonna be super easy to achieve. What am I talking about? You can get this in 1 turn or 2. So yeah, this is pretty good. I don't know what I was reading or what I thought I read, but this is super easy to achieve. Like Fennec Shand can just attack once and gain 4 stacks, and like if Grief then assists, yeah, you can get this in a turn. What am I thinking about? Hey Annie, what did you mean by you needing a friend? What do you mean by you needing a friend? But we have Palpatine. Grandmaster Yoda is also a 5 star unlock. 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. 5 star, 7 star, 7 star, 7 star, I assume, because I don't really know. I can't even see. There we go. Yeah, 7 stars. I don't have Beskar Armor Mando. What about this? Well, this is not a character. And then some 7 stars. I mean, the 7 star characters seem to be pretty powerful. Like the 5 star Journey Guide characters seem. I mean, they're nice. They're really nice. I mean, I wouldn't mind though to have one more 5 star unlock Journey Guide hero character. On Discord, you mean like my right hand person? Is that what you're referring to? Right hand person is what they're referring. Oh, I see. Yeah, and you know, just someone that's gonna be like basically like a super active and super active on Discord, super active on like just someone that takes care of stuff around the servers, like around Twitch chats and like Discord server. Let me actually go to it. I don't know what I said in there, but also you know I'm looking for someone that I you know enjoy talking to and stuff like that. Because you know if that's gonna be the case, like if we're gonna be like working like for a while, then would I would really like to you know be able to enjoy that person's presence and also their personality and stuff like that. Okay, so the first sentence I said, this person may never come. uh, so you just need an admin. Well, admins are admins. Like I don't really, cause like this is gonna be somebody that that I'm gonna be talking to pretty much all the time about the servers, about stuff like that. So it's kind of like in terms of the amount of time that we're gonna be spending together and the conversations we're gonna have, or the interactions that we're gonna have, it's gonna be more like someone that's more than just an admin and stuff like that. But someone that's gonna be also taking on the admin and administrator roles and stuff like that. Mind you, I skimmed, so I'm just trying to understand. Yeah, okay, so the first sentence is this person may never come. Second sentence, I'm looking for someone who's more than a moderator slash admin. So there you go. I'll just read what I wrote. This role is for someone who will help me out around any platform when I need them. Uh, this is someone that I absolutely trust, someone that I enjoy being around, and someone more like a friend rather than just a moderator slash admin. Someone that I can get their opinions on whatever I should post or something before I post it, and someone that I need to trust their judgment. So if they say it's a shouldn't post this or should post that, I'll trust their judgment. If I can't, if I seem to, if I'm like hesitating or something, someone more than just a role. My right hand man or woman, I don't discriminate. Where am I? Which means that I'd have to like who you are, your personalities, your attitude, and everything that I normally look for within the friend. Which I'm very picky about when it comes to who I pick as a friend. Uh, which is why I said this person may never come, especially on the internet. which is what I said next. Makes sense. Benefits. This person gets paid double, of what a normal admin slash administrator gets. But yeah, I'll be personally there talking to them, stuff like that all the time. Even though I'm not it as of now because I'm the only admin, besides a few others who are active, I am talking to Annie about the server a lot. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Although I'm getting to know Joe a little bit more, though. Like, first impression wise, like, when I first. Like, like, don't take this personally, but, like, when you first came to the Discord, your avatar was like a red icon, a cartoon figure. And then, like, when I asked you a question at the beginning, you didn't really reply. So right away, I was like, okay, all right, well, he's not going to answer my questions. Which I feel like a lot of people just tend to not answer all of your questions. And I don't know, that's just something I've noticed. Like, I've asked my other administrators or whatever admins questions, like, no offense or anything, but like when I ask them, like when I type a message that's got two questions in there, like sometimes they'll just answer one. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that. Yeah, man. Like first impression, which I value quite a bit, and like we all like judge people based off first impression quite a lot. Even though you might think you don't, but it's just how human brains are wired. Plus, if I thought if someone's gonna do something at the very beginning, they're most likely to repeat it again, which is also a pattern within. It's just a human pattern. Oh yeah, that haha. Yeah, that was something I drew about 8 years ago. I would say 8 years ago. That's a pretty good drawing. Depends on how old you were. What kind of first impression did I leave LMAO? Uh, Darth Jar Jar the Ultimate. That's the first impression. But otherwise, like we haven't really talked, like talked. I still don't think. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore. I'm just gonna forget this. Like, this is not gonna happen. Chewbacca, Han Solo, Leonardo Calrissian. They're not gonna clear this. Perfect. But you know what I mean, though. Like, its first impression matters quite a bit. Wait, hold on. Okay, I remember now where I saw Darth Jar Jar. So in my first guild, uh, not exactly the first guild, but in a guild that I was in before I moved into this one on my main account. Uh, I doubt you're the same Darth Jar Jar though. Yeah, I don't think you're the same Darth Jar Jar. Psycho, thanks for the follow. Psycho T1985. Well, feel free to chat to me, or the other way around, or both. But yeah, I mean, if you have any questions or if you want to ask me anything, just feel free to either leave it in a general chat or something if you would like to put it in general, or if you want to DM me, like either way. Anyway, I received the call. Cool. Got a call back. All right. I'll see you in a little, or I don't know if you're leaving, but yeah, I think that's mostly it though. I think for what I can do today. But what was I saying before? I was saying something, but I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. But I'm really liking OBS on my bootcamp Windows. So my iMac has like 1 terabyte or whatever you call it. It's the thing where it's got like 1024 gigabytes or whatever. Is it called 1 terabyte or whatever? It's 1 TB. I don't know what T stands for, but so I allocated 150 gigs for Windows portion for the Windows portion on my Mac, which is quite small. The disk space for Windows is quite small, so I can't really do too much on here. I think I have like Steam. I have Steam, 1 terabyte. Okay, terabyte. That's it. But let's actually hold on. Let me go to my. All right, there it is. Has anyone played Max Payne? I have Steam, which I installed Max Payne on. I have Max Payne, Max Payne 2, Max Payne 3. Max Payne 3 is like 60 gigabytes, dude. Wait, what just happened to my stream? Can you guys see it? What just happened? I clicked on something and then something happened. Is that better? Hold on. Okay, there we go. We're back. I'm not gonna do that. All right, cool. Although I'm not sure how that happened. But did this screen go dark for you guys? For me, it did. Well, for me, it didn't. But when I looked at OBS, it did. Blue stack said nope. Okay, so it blacked out for you guys. But yeah, so I was looking on my desktop to see what I have. But I have Steam, which I installed Max Payne, Max Payne 2, Max Payne 3. Has anyone played it? I'm curious. Yes? It went dark? Okay. Yes, it went dark. I thought you said yes, you play Max Payne, but like me, I don't really play too many games, like shooting games especially. Max Payne is the only game that I played. For shooting games, it's classic. By the way, guys, if you want to look for you know, a blast from the past, it came out in 2000 and I don't even know, 2003 or something. I don't even know. But just awesome games. It's mostly single player, especially for Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2, but Max Payne 3 is like 60 gigabytes, and only having 150 gigabytes on my Windows portion, like it ran very bad. No, it didn't run very bad, but I thought it was going to, but it was okay because at the time my Mac is I have a 2019 iMac, so it can handle a decent amount. Macs are not normally designed for video games, but I put the graphics setting on I think 1080, so it was okay. The screen is pretty nice, so 1080p wasn't really pixelated or anything, so it was okay. Max Payne old school, yeah. Did you play Max Payne? Psycho T 1985. Kick a man while he's down. Why don't you? What is going on here? Natural energy, light year energy, hut energy, tattooing energy. But yeah, so Max Payne is like the only shooting game that I play. It's got a great storyline. Like, nope, I was more into sport games back then, so I was on NBA, Street SSX, etc. Dude, I'm a huge basketball fan. Basketball is the only sport that I watch slash play. I used to play NBA 2K, was it 13? But that's like the only NBA game I had on my PC computer. I had a PC computer back then. Uh, but that was some fun times. After that, I don't really play too many games in general. There was a period of time where I played a lot of Diablo 3. Uh, you know, but then, at one point I just kind of stopped. I live in Chicago, so Chicago Bulls, they're looking pretty good this year. And I live next to a park too. There's a basketball court there. But I haven't played for like, it feels like almost a month now. But like strangely enough though, every time when I do play, I can still make buckets. For those of you who don't know what that means, it means I can still, make the basketball through the hoop, through the net, aka score. But I used to play basketball like every day. Like when I was like, yeah, I think it's the deepest time since D Rose and them were deep time since D Rose and them were there. Team, yeah, I think it's the team's time since D Rose and them were there. Yeah, like Chicago basketball has never gotten more exciting than, I mean, like D Rose, of course, like prime D Rose and Joakim Noah and all that. That was like one of the best eras, besides of course Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and all that. But and now we have Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, uh, Alex Caruso, Vucevic. Uh, they're looking pretty good. I thought they were gonna go 5-0 at the beginning, but they lost to whoever it was by 1 point. When it had D Rose, Ben Gordon, Heinrich, Noah. Is that how we pronounce? I don't even know. I think that's how we pronounce Heinrich. But Noah, etc. Yeah, and Taj Gibson. Uh, who else? I don't even remember. Oh my god, it's been so long. But Prime D Rose, honestly, nobody can stop him. Luol Deng, yeah. Like if D Rose is still healthy today, like can you imagine? Like if Prime D Rose is on the Chicago team right now, we're gonna win the championships, almost guaranteed. Like a week before the NBA started, when it was preseason, the NBA came out with a report saying that Chicago Bulls are not gonna make the playoffs. And then like 3 days into the or 3 games into the season, Chicago Bulls was like number one in the Eastern Conference. I'm just like, you guys are sleeping on the Chicago Bulls. Like, how are you gonna say we're not even gonna make the playoffs? Like, we're gonna make the playoffs for sure. And like 2 years ago, I was talking to someone. I was like, it was like a public setting, and I was like, I was like, Zach LaVine is gonna be. He has. I said he's got the potential to be like Kobe Bryant. That's what I said. Even though that can be considered a pretty big statement. By the way, Kobe was still around back then. Rest in peace. Uh, and then and they're like, no way. Everyone's like, no way. And I'm just like, just watch. And then look at Zach LaVine now. He's an all star. He can score. He's like a shot maker. He can create his own shots. Uh, Like last game, his left thumb was something happened to his left thumb. I don't remember what, but he still scored like pretty. He still scored pretty well. Man, I have all these teams here, but I don't really need these anymore. I don't really need a Jedi team anymore. Cause I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go for C3PO anytime soon. Feel like I should just take these teams away, right? Let's leave it here. Let's leave it here. Just because I don't want to have to put this back together again. I just want to know who they are. Chief Chirpa. You walk out there, low grade, of course. Pabloo and Wicket is the ones that I forget. Are the superior ones. Okay, so I already farmed this. I got 70 energy, so I think I'm just gonna spend it on. I could double for. Wait, what? All right, there we go. We could double farm this guy right here. Max Payne and another shooter were out at the time back then. I think the other one was True Crimes, if I remember right. I don't really know what True Crimes is. Could refresh this and just do this again, just for Hyena Bomber, or I mean Vulture Droid. But I don't have to. I don't like have to. So could just farm Emlyn. All right, let's do it. Okay, we actually got 3 out of 3. 6 Emlyn shards. Nice. I'll take that. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a nice shooting game with a super strong storyline, they don't make games like these anymore. Sadly, like now we have Fortnite. I don't know. It's just night and day to me. Um, but yeah, the storytelling is just classic in Max Payne. Max Payne 2. Max Payne 3, I have mixed feeling about it. Like he's grown old and bitter and lots of self-hatred, self-loathing because he no spoilers. Uh yeah, no spoilers. But yeah, so like he's kind of pretty I don't know, it's worth the one-time playthrough for sure. 100%. But like Max Payne 1, Max Payne 2, I can play over and over, even though I don't I don't have the time either. But like Max Payne is one of the games I play. Also on the desktop or on the PC version or the PC portion of my Mac. On Steam, I have I have Max Payne and I have what's it called? The guitar game. I forgot what it's called. Rocksmith. There we go. Uh, the both Rocksmith versions, which I think I had to uninstall just to make some space. But also I have like the old school Diablo 2 on here. That's all I have on the Windows portion. But that's like Max Payne was like one of the main reasons why Max Payne and Diablo 2 were one of the main reasons why I got Windows on my Mac in the first place, but I do most stuff on my Mac portion. But on the Mac portion, I play Hearthstone sometimes, Diablo 3 sometimes. Used to play Diablo 3 a lot, but not anymore. And Tomb Raider. I have all three Tomb Raiders. KOTOR, KOTOR 2, and that's it. I think I played through the Tomb Raiders one time each. Played through KOTOR and KOTOR 2 one time each, and never really played for a second time. But yeah, typically I don't really play too many games. If I'm eating or something, like maybe I'll play Hearthstone. It's a strategy game by Blizzard. It's a card strategy game. It's pretty cool. Even though lots of people are complaining about its current state, but it's whatever. People are always going to complain about whatever change they make. Yeah, it was called True Crimes LA. Came out in 2003. For some reason, when you said LA, it reminded me of GTA. I used to play GTA too. Uh, Never beat the game. I don't think I've ever beat any GTA games at all. Oh yeah, I also have Need for Speed on here. It's a racing game. But I deleted it. But yeah, I never heard of True Crime or True Crimes. But mobile game wise, I used to play like 2 years ago when I made this when I made my main account when I made my main SWGOH account here that I abandoned at level 30. That was when I was playing this the CG or the what am I talking about the other one the other superhero what do you call it? Oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember the name. With the Flash and all that. What's the franchise called? But you know what I'm talking about. The game that's pretty much the same as this one, except it's not Star Wars. It's with the DC. There we go. Uh, what did I say? Did I say DC at the beginning? I don't know. But yeah, so I was playing that at the time, and I never even watched Star Wars back then. So I got this game just because they look similar. I was watching The Flash at the moment. So in that game, I was just trying to farm up a super OP Flash, just have Flash carry the whole team, but it didn't last very long. And I actually didn't even watch Star Wars stuff until this year. But at the beginning of this year, I started watching. I got Disney Plus, and I just binge watched all the Star Wars stuff, and I was like, okay, this is it. Like, forget about DC. Star Wars is the stuff. But yeah, so I just fell in love with Star Wars ever since. And then I picked this game back up, and that's why I've got an account with a 2-year-old Squad Arena shard, which I can't even get into top 200. But I'm okay with that. They've got 2 more years on me, but it's all right. But yeah, okay. What time is it? 7:09. Okay. Um, I think that's gonna be it for the stream for today. I was always into the geeky stuff like anime, DC, Marvel, and Star Wars. DC, Marvel. I don't even like. I used to know DC and Marvel universes better than I do now, but now they just kind of mix together for me. Uh, as far as anime goes, like, what do you mean by anime? Cause like that's the conversation I had with another person back a while back. It's like some people consider like Star Wars Rebels anime, but some people don't. Cause like is anime animation any kind of animation or like anime? I don't know. But yeah, Deadpool. I love Deadpool. I think they got Deadpool on the DC game too. But he's like a legendary character or something, so I never got it. Dragon Ball. I see, I see, I see. I used to watch those like when like years and years and years and years and years ago. Uh, but like like even before I watched this, even before I watched binge watched all the Disney stuff, I always, for some reason, I always just thought that, real people with like movies slash shows with real people are just better. And that's why for the longest time I just didn't watch Star Wars Rebels or what's the other one? Or Bad Batch or whatever. Because I thought, it's just kind of cartoony or whatever. But I started playing on my main account with Phoenix, so I was like, okay, I don't know these guys' story, but I play with them every day, so I was like, why don't I check out the Rebels? Clone Wars, yes, Clone Wars, Rebels, and Bad Batch. And after I watched the Rebels, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And then right away, right after that, I watched the Clone Wars, and then I watched the Bad Batch season 1. Uh, Season 2 is not on Disney Plus yet, but I watched all the Disney stuff, Star Wars stuff on Disney Plus within like 2 months. I was like binge watching every day. The Mandalorian show was awesome too. Yeah, it's like, especially like I love the beginning intro, the music. Um, it just sounds so awesome to me at least. I tried to learn how to play that on the guitar. I can play it for a little bit, but uh, I don't know if I'm gonna finish learning that. But the Mandalorian show is honestly probably one of my all-time favorites. That definitely one of my all-time favorites. I just watched a video the other day of the guy who made it. Pretty cool video. Oh yeah, are you talking about the guy? You're talking about the guy who showed the process of how he made the video, right? I watched that video too. It's pretty cool. Assuming we're talking about the same video here. Like I remember him talking about like of how he made the Mandalorian theme. Yeah. Yeah, like he was talking about how, he wanted to bring back the impression that, all the Star Wars stuff made on him as a kid. And he wanted to bring that same feeling into the Mandalorian show, the music. And yeah, I love them. I bought the tune too on my phone. It's like one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Wait, hold on. If I bring my guitar, can the mic pick it up? Let me try. I can't even see actually. I can't see. I can't see if the mic is picking anything up. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but how does it go? Wait, hold on. But like, but I really like the part. Like, obviously, like with the guitar, it sounds different. But like, the part where it goes like, the beginning part where it sounds like cowboy-ish, like when it goes like, and then it does the instrument. I don't know. I don't even know what instrument that is, but like some kind of horn. I think that sounds really cool. I don't know if you guys can hear the ambulance. It's really loud. But yeah. Hold on. Do I still remember? How does it go? Okay, there we go. Oops. Oops. Something like that. Hold on. And then, there we go. Oops. Oh my god, I can't believe I messed that up. Wait, how does it go? Oops. There we go. Sound pretty close? Yeah. It's because I'm messing it up. Wait. Or wait, no, that's a note lower. There we go. I think it's this one. Hold on. There we go. But yeah, something like that. I tried to learn it the other day. I'm gonna put it down. I tried to learn it the other day. Didn't finish, but I just wanted to, mostly learn how to play the beginning. But I saw there's a girl who did the entire theme song by herself. That was pretty cool. I'm glad the mic can pick it up, because I had no idea. Because like some mics or some applications, they'll filter out any background noise, anything that it considers to be background noise. So, some streaming software or mics will just filter out instruments. But yeah. I think that's gonna be it for the stream for today, though. It's already 7, so it's been almost 2 hours. But yeah, if you're still here watching the replay, congrats. Hit that like. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Hit the bell if you want to. And tomorrow I'll be here at 5:30 p.m. CST. That's when I normally stream. Okay, cool. Have a good night. You too, man. And have a good night. It says, I still don't know how to pronounce your name, man. Ririk or something. You too, man. Maybe one day. But yeah. Tomorrow 5:30 p.m. CST. I'll see you guys there. Peace.